Look, if I was in your shoes and I thought that Shark Shark and Astro Smash were just translations and put on the PlayStation 4, I'd have the same opinion as you do. I'd agree. I'd be like, what are you, stupid? You don't think a PlayStation 4 can handle Astro Smash or Shark Shark? But that's not what we're doing.
He's doing the hand thing again.
And I can't tell the world what we're doing right now.
Then why I can't tell the world what we're doing right now. This is why companies stay quiet until they're ready to show something. You know how many times Nintendo you find out years later that they had stuff in design, but then halfway through or closer to the end they canned it and you never ever heard anything about it, and it's always like, holy crap, they were going to make this game or do this type of hardware. It's because they don't show anything until it's ready.
I can show people, and every single person I've showed, John Riggs, Metal Jesus Rocks, all these folks who've showed it and who've played it,
if two people you showed,
they go, aha, I get it. This is super cool. And then I say,
once again, his body language there.
Rocks, all these folks who've showed it and who've played it, they go, aha.
He's so angry.
Aha, I get it. This is super cool.
Huh? Oh man, did you show it to Sam from Ars Technica? Did you show it to any of those bigger guys, like any of your non-friends? Because I do seem to remember reading, and a lot of these articles came out, even from like IGN, Kotaku, or whatever, all the sites, even the other YouTube channels that are gaming channels, saying this is a shitty idea and this is a terrible idea. I just saw a video the other week with Greg Miller, and I forget the lady's name. The lady was saying this was a shitty idea, and that was like 2019, and saying how tone deaf and clueless Tommy is. So,
and then I say, let's debate some more. Now, I guess you didn't like this word, the whole debate me thing, and let's debate. Again, I didn't mean that to be aggressive.
Debating is aggressive. I'm just saying,
let's debate some more. I don't have any angry faces there. I don't. And this.
Okay, so all online communications has to have angry faces. That means anger. So I could go tweet something to someone and saying that they're a piece of shit, that they suck, I hate their guts. But as long as I have a smiley face, that means, okay, it's still good. If I have an angry face, definitely means it's mad.
The problem. This is the problem with trying to communicate with people over email or over, over email or over Twitter. Let's not do that. Let's not do that, because what has happened is you've taken everything I've said out of context, and you guys think,
in his opinion,
that I'm angry and pissed off and I'm insulting you, and I'm not. Guys, I'm not. I'm not at all. I'm just correcting bad information you gave and wanting to talk to you more about it so that you understand it more.
He's just so mad. He says he's not. Once again, he thinks he's in Tommy's world. He doesn't realize that people don't think like him and don't like. He really thinks that he's right 100% of the time. It's very silly. So let's see what this says. It says, Pat Contry says, bad data. Tommy, your videos and website are conveying absolutely nothing of what you're saying. Oh, this sounds familiar. It's not my job to know information that's nowhere in your marketing. Have your team do a better job at getting that info out there. Once again, I am not Pat Contry, but I just said that shit earlier. Same wavelength, thinking the same thing. And it doesn't matter if you're a Amico fan or not, but the webpage should have absolutely everything. Tommy says, and this is lazy response. So does he think telling someone that a lazy response lazy response, you're better than that. Show me in any of your materials where we say the machine is $200 to $300. Yet that is what you said in your last video. Show me where it says it's a digital only machine. Yet that's what you said in your last podcast. Debate me. Jesus Christ. He thinks that's not confrontational. Like this guy lives in a fucking dream world here. I wonder if anyone's ever been confrontational to his face. I'd be curious to see how he acts, because if he were to talk like this in public to an average person, they would be up in his face. So lazy response. So he's just calling him lazy, and it's an insult. You're better than that. That's another insult, saying he's trying to say that, you're beneath me, Pat. Like, that's two insults there. Show me in any of our materials where we say the machine's between $200-$300. So he's challenging him there. That's a challenge. Show me. Yet that is what you said in your last video. So he challenges him and calls him a liar. Show me, challenges again, where it says digital only machine. Yet that's what you said in your last podcast. It calls him a liar again. Debate me. That's a challenge. So he challenges him numerous times. How clueless is this guy? This guy's a fucking nut job.
Then you say, bad data. Tommy, your videos or websites are complaining absolutely nothing of what you are saying. Yes, because they can't, Pat. I'm trying to give you more information. You don't want to hear it. It's not your job to know information that's nowhere in your marketing. But I'm telling you that I want to talk to you more about it.
This guy's clueless. So if Pat and Ian talk to him, and then I open up say if I had a YouTube channel, it's bigger, and say, hey, nowhere on your webpage says any of this shit. He has to talk to me. Then the next person, and then the next person, and the next person. Like, this is...
I'm telling you that I want to give you more information. And you say, have your team do better at getting that info out there. Now, my response is going to be a little more terse now, because now you just went after my team.
Okay,
you went after
guy.
the hardworking people that are putting blood, sweat, and tears and all the emotion and heart into this thing. And now
you went after my people, and now he's acting like a tough guy protecting his team. Jesus Christ. This guy he's quite the character, isn't he? I thought this video was pleading for Pat and Ian to talk with him, and now he's challenged them, and he's shitting on them for going after his team. And I like how it's going after his team when they say, get your team to, if like, it's just a perfect normal question by Pat and Ian, or statement, that information, you're not providing the proper information, do a better job to market to people. And his response is, well, you have to talk to me, otherwise you're going after my team. Like, what the fuck? This
you just attacked my team.
What a clown.
You're saying, hey, do a better job at getting that information out there. And all I'm saying is, but the information is in there. You just, you forgot it or whatever, and, you misquoted it. That's fine. That's all I'm saying.
Let me rewind that again. He's scratching his ear.
But the information isn't.
He's angry and pointing. He's completely unhinged here. But wait till he does the thing to his head.
In there, you just, you forgot it.
You forgot it, meaning you're dumb.
Or whatever, and, you misquoted it.
Right here. Right here, he does the two fingers to his head, the Italian gestures of... I have family who are Italian, and when they talk like this with the two fingers to the head, that means, are you a fucking idiot? Are you a fucking idiot? He doesn't even know he's doing this.
That's fine. It's fine, but again, why are you attacking me? Again, I'm saying, look, debate me on this.
He's playing the victim here.
That's my generation's way of saying, let's talk.
His generation, was he considering that Pat and Ian are so young and he's such an old, wily veteran? I don't know. It doesn't matter, even at a younger age or an older age. An older age, someone says, debate me. That's a challenge.
You seem to be offended by the debate thing. Maybe that comes across as aggressive to you. I don't intend it to be aggressive. So if that came across as aggressive,
like I said before, everything he said prior to that was aggressive, demeaning and aggressive.
I apologize.
The
to
majority
me,
of public would think
means,
would think this is aggressive and him being an asshole. That's what I interpreted, and most people would too.
Let's talk. Let's have a back and forth about that. So I think with political stuff and everything, maybe debate me is
no.
It wasn't the best.
It doesn't mean that.
Word to use, I guess. But anyway, but I've said it 100 times to you guys. Hey, let's talk. Love to talk to you. Let's do it. Blah 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 blah. So at this point, it's just Twitter. You only have a certain amount of space. And then you go on and say my marketing team is lazy, and so again.
Pat says, your marketing team is lazy. As for the price, I corrected that in our original YouTube video comment. If that's what you're clinging to, you're lost. I cannot speak for, he's talking about Ian, but I assume that he thinks your console is digital only because the site doesn't mention physical. And then he responds, you mean the same internal Nintendo US folks that launched the Wii DS We're 14 months from launch. Our real marketing won't start till next summer. And it never did start. That's the ongoing joke. The real marketing will start. Just wanted to share some insider info with you because your assessment of what the product can do.
I'm completely civil. Trying to explain this to you. Our real marketing won't start till next summer. Just wanted to share some insider info with you because your assessment of what the product can do has been incorrect. It's impossible to say and tell you everything in a 3-page press release or a 2-minute video.
That's incorrect. You could do it in a 5-minute video with ease.
Just thought you guys would be interested in hearing more and asking tough questions. No worries if you don't, but if you give wrong info, it's fair of me to call you out. Smiley face. I'm not attacking you.
Smiley face. You're being a dick, though.
I'm upset.
You're upset now.
Again, I'm disappointed. Now you guys have started down this negative path now.
So he says you're starting down this negative path. So he's once again blaming them and try to make him seem like the victim, while Pat and Ian are the horrible, trolls are bad, and he's the innocent victim. Like this, I thought this video was to win them over. This video wouldn't be for him to try to save face with his battle with Pat and Ian and try to come out between this disagreement between the two groups as the victim while they are the bullies and bad people, because that's what this video seems to be turning into. Just my opinion.
Of saying that that I'm making fun of you guys, that I'm doing this, that I'm doing that I can't take criticism and all this stuff.
You can't.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
Are you kidding me? Show me where I said that. I want you guys to take a step back. Seriously, I'm being honest. Take a step back and I hope you watch this video.
He's showing the evidence himself in this video.
With an open mind. I really do, because it's silly that this is even happening. You guys would love, I think, talking about. Look at this is the boards. These are the boards that we make. All these little chips. We're doing all this stuff in house. We're not contracting out like all these other Kickstarter projects.
And that was their downfall. Had they contracted it out, it would be in a lot better state than what it was, because they built in-house and they built a console that was expensive and over-designed. And had they contracted out to people who knew what they were doing instead of thinking that they knew it all themselves, they may have had a product that actually came out.
Indiegogo projects and stuff. All of these things are being designed completely 100% in-house. Can you believe it? Isn't that amazing? Look at the intricacies of this stuff. It's crazy. I'd love to talk to you more about it. If you don't want to talk, that's fine. You don't have to. It sounds like an Italian name. You look like a paisan. Dude, we got to get together. That's all I'm saying. We get together, let's break bread. I'll make you some pasta.
Break bread? He says we'll break bread. What kind of loser would say that? Jeez, that sounds like a desperate person. Yeah, he's trying to butter them up after dumping on them for the last 20 minutes.
To come to my house, make you some pasta. Let's
Italian stereotype everything.
This is silly. We're paisans here. You give me crap, I give you crap. It's what we do.
Most Italians don't handle getting crap given to them in such a bad way like you do.
Don't think I hate you or don't think I'm attacking you. I winked. Now,
I winked.
Ian's,
I like how emojis signify, how you are.
Tweeting at me saying, I do not need insider info to form an opinion on what is presented to the public.
Yes, okay, so here's what Ian had wrote. Like what you just said, I do not need insider info to form an opinion on what is presented to the public. Exactly what I said. So I guess I'm like Ian also. It's supposed to market to me, and I go off what I see. I've never hoped for this system's failure, and I wish you luck. I have not trashed it. I simply do not see it as a viable or sustainable. Completely fair comment, and exactly what it should be. Like, you don't need special treatment, insider info to market something or to buy into something. So Tommy says, hi, fan of previous shows. I think he's saying that he's a fan of the previous shows, which, once again, he's buttering up something, most likely to crap on it later. But curious to understand why you think Amico is supposed to be marketed to you. This is the part of the reason I want to speak to you guys. With all respect, I think maybe you could benefit with more insider info. It's always that secret info. If you think this machine is just for you, and just because Pat and Ian, their personal lives, and I don't think they have kids or anything, and clearly it's not marketed towards them, does not mean that they have no knowledge of the gaming industry as a whole, or mobile industry. Just because it's this weird thing that the narrative that Tommy, and I think a couple other people like OEB Pete had this in their head, where if you have no kids, you don't understand. You have to have, which is really funny because Tommy has no fucking kids, so I forgot to mention that earlier. Tommy has no kids, and he doesn't, well, I guess he has a wife or whatever, but he has no family or anything. Like, he has no idea what, blue-collared, middle-class America, what 2-3 kids, what they like. So how the hell would he know? But either way, once again, these guys run a podcast about gaming. I think they have a clue of how it works, and even they don't, just because you're not a fan of every single genre or every single movie or anything, doesn't mean you don't have an opinion, or you know what other people would like, or what does sell or what does not sell. Just a weird comment.
Ian, I'm going to respectfully disagree with you on that. How can you? I understand what you're trying to say. Like, I understand.
He's getting mad because Ian's right, and it's pissing him off because Ian is killing him with facts and kindness.
And you say, look, it's
in that comment.
The onus isn't on you to know everything about the system. I get that, and I agree. But to say that you don't need any more information, that's the thing. That's the disconnect I have with that comment. Is that, well, why wouldn't you want more information? If you have a certain opinion of something because we think we're doing it a certain way, because we're not giving that information out yet on the internet, why wouldn't you want to, if somebody's offering you more information, why wouldn't you want to take it? I don't see what the negative is there, I guess. And
did you not read the last two comments from both those guys? The general public won't have all this insider information, so if they don't have that insider information, how are they supposed to want to buy the system either? Like, if they don't know that stuff, all the stuff that sells the product should be provided to the public.
Again, I've never blamed any of you guys for having information that wasn't available to you. I've only called out what you said wrong in the video because you guys would do the same thing. If the price of your book, if somebody covered it and the price of your book was wrong, you'd want to correct that. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. You guys can understand that, right?
Seems like a lot more than just trying to correct that price.
And this is what I say. And by the way, I start this. This is my first time I've ever interacted with Ian. I think. I don't know. He says we haven't met, so I guess we haven't. But I say, hi, fan of previous shows. How is that attacking you from the get-go? Okay, I didn't.
Could come off as condescending.
Know your name. By the way, part of the reason I don't know your name is that it's your Twitter thing.
And if this guy doesn't know how to interact or use Twitter, maybe he should not be doing the communications on behalf of the company. Maybe they should have hired someone for PR. That would have been smart, who is an expert at talking and using the right terminology, the correct wording when communicating with people who they don't know, like the company doesn't know. That would have been the more professional approach, but nope. We'll just get the guy who does not know how to use Twitter to speak on behalf of the company in a reactionary way that people can misinterpret the words as aggressive. And this is a public forum, so other people can read this, which we are right now. So it's not a private thing here.
It doesn't have your name on it, so I see you as Pixel Sickle. That's cool. Or hydraulics pumping, whatever. But so again, sorry about that. But but and I say I'm pretty curious, but I'm just curious to understand why you think Amico is supposed to be marketed to you. Again, I'm asking a question because this helps me to understand why someone like yourself might have a negative reaction to it. So this is how we learn as well, by asking questions of people in your position. Again, I'm not attacking you. I'm not being a...
So I pose this question. If it's not marketed to Pat and Ian's audience, why does he care if they misinform their viewers with the price? If this is being marketed to soccer moms, who cares? It's not a soccer mom. The Pat, or what do you call it, the CUPodcast, isn't a large audience of soccer moms and seniors. So why does he care so much?
Smartass, I'm asking you a legitimate question. I'm not attacking you. This is, and I say, this is part of the reason why I wanted to speak to you guys. With all respect, and I wouldn't
Bill
say
Clinton.
that if I didn't mean it, I think maybe you could benefit with more insider info if you think this machine is just for you. And then I go on to say, I'm curious to know what your exact...
Here we go again. So the first message says, curious to know your exact age and how many children you have. Curious to know what state you live in and how many times a week you shop at Walmart or Costco, all bigger than Amazon.com. I'm not saying folks like you won't get one. You probably will. Smiley face. So I'll do that one first. What does it matter what his age is and how many children he has? What does it matter? He runs a video game podcast. He has a clue, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Ian used to work in a video game store, and I used to work at a video game store back in my heyday. And when you work in a video game store, you get a good knowledge of what parents want. Because when I worked, I had no kids at that point. I was young, in my early 20s. I had no kids of my own. No life experiences like buying consoles for kids or anything. But when you work, and especially over a period of time, and communicating with many moms, especially moms who either know or don't know what their kids want, you get an idea of what families want and what is hot and what is not hot. So it's a stupid comment, because I don't know if Ian had kids or has kids or anything, but he would certainly have an idea of what moms, soccer moms, kids of younger families with younger children or older children, what they like and what they don't. Then his next thing, where he says shopping at Walmart or Costco, all bigger than Amazon.com. What the hell's that got to do with anything? Because I assume that primarily Walmart and Costco make most of their profits from food sales. So that's maybe they're bigger than Amazon, but Amazon sells a whole lot of electronics. I know that, and most people don't buy retail at this point. And this is pre-COVID, so it's even worse now. But